Hello, I hope you are having a wonderful week. I'm sure you're ready for the weekend, just like I am. But I wanted to share some things about this week that happened that I did so that you can see again what it's like being an inventor. So this week as a whole, when I look back, I felt like I didn't do a lot or I didn't get much done, but I actually did. After I was reading through my notes, I was realizing, oh, all these things happened and things are progressing. So I had just looking at my notes here too, I had a few pitch meetings. So that was exciting. Always like to have those a couple of times a week at least, which is great, even if it's not a pitch event or if it's off season or whatnot. So I had a few meetings and those went well. Each of those companies was interested in reviewing a couple items, at least a couple items with their team further. So that's always fantastic news. So they asked, of course, to send over the videos, and sometimes they ask to send over the instructions. So then I do that and give them to them so that they can review them with their team. I had some good insight on a couple of those meetings about what the companies are looking for. So if you ever have extra time or a few extra minutes in those meetings, and even when you get wish lists, those can change so easily. So I like to ask at the end of my meeting, when it's possible, if there's any other insight or information that they would be willing to let me know about, or if things have changed since their last wish lists have come out. So that I could work on items that are even a better fit the next time. And I think companies really appreciate this. And this is genuine because we want to, as inventors, show up every time with something that's a good fit and maybe even a better fit than last time. And so I was really able to zone in and just have a really good conversation with a couple people about what they're looking for. And we even looked at some things in their catalog and how I could adapt them. And so I came up with some ideas right there on the spot, which was fun to get their feedback right away. And they said, yeah, please develop that further or put something together so that we could review that with the team. So that's really exciting, and I encourage you to do that as an inventor. If you ever get that one-on-one time with the company, whether they already are interested in a few ideas and are going to review them further, or maybe even if something wasn't a good fit, you could say, okay, I really want to work with you. Is there any other information you can share with me so that I can, show up next time with even better products for you? So that's something I wanted to share with you because I didn't always do that when I started out. I just worked on things I wanted to work on. And so sometimes it's finding that balance of things that we're passionate about and that we want to do and themes we like versus also thinking about what the company's actually looking for. So keep that in mind. I also got to have a marketing meeting or a meeting with the marketing team for one product to go over new images and information that they're going to be giving to, putting on different sites and things like that. So that was great to be able to give my feedback and information and help with that. It's always great when we have the opportunity to do that. We don't always have the opportunity to do that as inventors. And sometimes we do. So if you do, I would say, try it out. Get on those meetings. If they're asking for help or want your input, definitely be a part in that. Something else that I wanted to share, which was super exciting. I always love it when I get to see a product sample that the company is in the process of making. So I had two different situations this week where I got to do that. One was I got to see a product ready to go to manufacturing. So I got to see a video of the product working fantastically. And then I had a phone call with that company, and I got to see some different packaging and setups and things like that. So that was really fun for me to see that. And that product will be coming out from this, I don't know when this video you'll actually see this video, but that product will be coming out in 4 to 5 months from when I'm actually doing this video right now. And then hopefully then and definitely a year from now, it will be in actual retail stores. So that product will first go out online. and be sold out online on a few places, and then possibly some smaller stores, and then into some big massive retail chains that they've got things set up for. So super exciting about that. That's always like, that's what we want to hear as inventors. Like, yeah, that just gets us so excited. Then I got to see another sample that is ready to go, and it looks amazing. I'm so excited with what the company has done with it. And so they're going to send that sample to me, and then they have one, and we'll both review it and discuss it and see if there's any other changes that need to be done. And again, this is something that, you may be able to do with some companies, and some will just say, this is the finished product. And you're like, oh, that's amazing. So every company is different. This one has been fantastic because I really got to be involved in this product and some of the decisions being made. So it was a really, really unique opportunity for me. So it's been very, very special for me. And then I was on a contract meeting to negotiate things. And it was just a great meeting. And I just want to encourage you as an inventor, whether just starting out or maybe you've got a couple licensing deals under your belt, that you shouldn't be worried about those meetings. I really feel like companies want to work with us. They want to be team players. And a contract, I don't feel like has ever been like solid. This is it, take it or leave it. And sometimes it may be, but I find that people are willing to work with us and really want what's best for both parties. And so this contract, we both took notes, and then there's going to be some changes being made. It was a great conversation. A contract, that first time going through it is just the beginning of a conversation. And then there's some back and forth and to get it solidified so it makes sense for both parties. So I just wanted to share that with you. So when you get that first contract, it's super, super exciting, but it's also like daunting, right? Sometimes there are a few pages and sometimes they're 14 or 18 pages long, and you're thinking, oh my goodness, this is insanity. How do I even understand all this language and everything? But just take your time and go through it and see what you guys can do, what you and the company can do together to work and to bring that product to market. So again, it was an exciting week where I had some meetings and some interest, and I got to see a few samples, being on a contract meeting, negotiating, and then also did a few follow-ups. Not a whole lot this week because I recently was at a pitch event, and so I'm giving companies time to do those reviews. But I did hear back from a couple companies already, which is great. And then a couple companies that were out play testing the games, I've reached out to them to ask how the play test is going and if anything else is needed at this time, or if they have any questions, those kinds of things. And so I'm getting some good feedback from that. So much so one company made a new rule to the game, and I love the idea of this new rule. And so I can't wait to try it out with my family this weekend. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye.